Hello everyone, my name is Shirvekatram, and today we're talking about domain and range. So, domain and range should be easy for you since you've already watched Vikram and Vijay's video about what the functions are and how to evaluate them. So, we know that a function is just a special type of relation in which each value in the domain is paired with exactly one value in the range. So, let's go over what a relation is. So, the relation is just any set of ordered pairs. Specifically, the domain, the independent variable, and the range, the dependent variable. Okay, so the domain is just all the x values, while the range is all the y values. So the domain is the independent variable, the x values, and the range is the y values. So relation is just any set of ordered pairs. So a relation could be 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, 4, and 5, 8. So this is an example of a relation, okay, just a set of ordered pairs. Now, the real question comes in asking us, is a relation a function? And we know the function is just when each value in the domain is paired with exactly only one value in the range. So, really what we have to do is we have to set up a mapping diagram. So, what I can do is I'm going to label the x and the y, or the domain and the range. So, this is the domain, the x, and range. Domain, the domain, range, domain, range, domain, range. So you could either set up a mapping diagram, which would just pair all the domains and all the range. So example would be my domains, domain, and this is my range. So I'm going to put all the values according to this relation, all the values inside, all the domain values here and all the range values here, and map them. So we have 6, we have 4, we have 6, we don't need to graph them because we already have a 6 over here, and we have 5. And the range, we have 5, 3, 4, and 8. 4 and space for 8, but let's write it out here. Okay? And I'm going to map it. So we have 6, 5 as our first ordered pair. So I'm going to map 6 and 5. We have 4, 3. We have 6, 4. And we have 5, 8. Now let's look at what a function is again. It's just a special type of relation in which each value in the domain is paired with exactly one value in the range. So let's look. This is the domain, and let's see if each one is paired with exactly one range value. So 6 is paired with 5 and 4. That doesn't sound right, but let's look at the others. 4 is paired with 3, and 5 is paired with 8. This cannot be a function because 6, the domain, is paired with two values in the range, 5 and 4. Now, let's look at an example where we have a function. Okay, so let's say we were given the range values, or the relation, sorry, not the range value, but the relation, 2, 5, 0, 2, 6, 5, and 5, 2. So let's map this. Let's map this in the mapping diagram. You don't have to always use a mapping diagram. There's also a really easier way. Just look at your relation. See if there's two of the same values for the domain. Let's pair them up. So we have the domain here, domain, x values. I'm going to pair their ranges up with a different color. We have range. You have a range here. You have a range. And you have a range. So now, let's pair them up. So our domain values and our range values. It's this color. It's not then. Whatever. So this is our range values. And I'm going to write each of the domain values. You have 2, 0, 6, and 5. Let's go to range values. You have 5, 2, 5, and 2. So basically when we have 2 range values, 5 and 2. So now let's pair them. Pair them pink. Or I'll just pair them with green. Okay, so 2 and 5. Let's map them. We have 0 and 2. 6 and 5. And 5 and 2. Now many of you might say, well, it's not a function because, look at it. The range is paired with 2 domain values. Well, the function is, let's look at the function definition one more time. It's when each value in the domain is paired with exactly one value in the range. It's not when each value in the range is paired with exactly one value in the domain. So this is a function because the range isn't being paired. One value for the range isn't being paired with, one value in the domain isn't being paired with 2 values in the range. The opposite. The range is being paired with 2 domain values. Which is fine. It still is a function. So, this is a function. Now there are other ways of finding the domain and range values. So, let's look at that. What we could use is we could use the vertical line test. So let's say we had the pairs -4, 2, -3, 1, 0, -2, and -4, -1. Let's see whether this is a function or not. This is a relation, we're going to find out whether it's a function. Let's start off by drawing the coordinate plane. So this is a weird looking coordinate plane, but it's good enough. And I'm going to label them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 is enough. Right, here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go over here. We have -1, -2, -3, -4, -1, -2, -3, and finally -4. Over here we have -1, just kind of a slow process, -2, -3, and finally -4. Now I'm going to plot the points on the graph with bold red. So we have negative 4, comma 2, negative 4, comma 2, right up here about. Okay. And negative 3, comma 1, over here. We have 0, comma negative 2. So 0, negative 2 would just be right here. And finally, we have 4, comma negative 4, comma negative 1. So that'd be right here. So is this a function? The vertical line test, basically, what it does is I'm going to take out my pencil, and what it does, I'm going to use blue. What it does is it just measures if there are 2 points on the same line. Let's look. So what I can do is I could just draw lines and see if a line has 2 points on them. That would mean that there's there's one domain value and 2 ranges for that, which would, it would not be a function. Let's look. Right over here, I can only see 1 domain value. Here, I also only have 1. But here, it's cutting through 2 of them. Okay? Now, it's not going to be to scale, but still, using our mapping relation, we can see that 2 domains, we have the same domain, same value for the domain, 2 ranges. So, this is not a function. Okay? This is not a function. So we use a vertical line test to see whether this relation is a function, and it's not. So just remember, this is the thing to not be confused with, that a function is a special type of relation in which each value in the domain is paired with exactly only one value in the range. Just remember that, not the other way around. If you have one value of the domain and it has 2 range values, then it's immediately not a function. So thank you for watching, and please visit our website. There's a link in the description for the website, and stay tuned for the next video. Have fun learning about functions.